welcome back once again to In This Yorkshire Garden. Alright guys, as I mentioned in one of my other videos, I'm going to be showing you how to do Wisteria. Now I planted some last year and they did really well, and I think on one of my previous videos I showed you the result of one of my plants that had sprouted and is doing really well. So I sent for some more, and I said I'd make a video to show you how to do it. So right then, I'm just you get these instructions with it, so I'm just going to run you through it so I can share it with you, and if you want to have a go yourselves, you can do. So these are the little blighters, and like I said before, they're like chocolate buttons. They've got a white little thing there, and that's where the sprout will come from. So, right then, so it says rinse the seeds in clean water for several minutes. Done that. Soak the seeds in pure water solution for 15 minutes. So, what I've done, I give them half an hour, just to be sure. And what I used really is just distilled water, same as I did last time. Just kettle water, boil the kettle, let it cool, get them in there, let them soak. And next it says use a mix of peat moss and perlite, about 50% of each. Now then, this is what I did last time, just a little bit different, but what I did was use sphagnum moss from New Zealand. It holds water really well, it's like a sponge, and it'll keep everything moist in there while things are happening. So there we go, got some sphagnum moss inside that, like so, just an handful, and I'll get an handful of perlite. If I find one that's open, get my big shovel hands in. Get what I think of that. Gets everywhere, this stuff. Just give that a nice little mix up here. Right then, next, scatter the seeds over the mixture. Planting in rows will help ensure each seed has enough room to grow. Now what I just did, I just went round in circles, but first of all I did a little bit different. I got some of this bonsai potting mix, which is really sandy and really gritty, really coarse, and I just put a little bit over the top because I weren't happy about just linked seeds on that mix of moss and perlite. So it's just the way I did it last time, it worked, so I'm going to do it again and show you guys at the same time, like so. Excuse me. Then what I did, these are the soaked seeds, I just put them in circles. That's all you really need to do. 1, 2, 3, plenty of space. And last time I actually forgot about these and I'd left them. So when I remembered, I ran into the greenhouse to have a look, and bingo, they were up here. Oh, you can't see. They were like, yeah, see about that high, which was a nice surprise. So there we go. So there we go, there's 10 seeds in there. Now like I said, they've been soaked, and next it says on the thing, cover the seeds with soil mix. A light layer will be enough to protect the seedlings. So again, something bonsai mix, just a light covering. Not too much, as you might be able to see that it's quite gritty. This has got grit in it, and it's very sandy. It's just like seed compost, like with extra grit in it. And there we go. Now, I was a bit dubious about this to start with. When I was first doing it, I thought, well, we'll give it a go, see what it says. See what it does, as it has said. And like I say, it did work. So, next on the list, place a cover on the container. A sealed container will keep the humidity high. Growing fertile, moist but well-drained soil. That's for later, that, when we've pricked them out and put them in their own pots. But definitely something to keep in mind, so yeah, we'll go through it. Growing fertile, moist but well-drained soil. Next is ensure placement has full sun. Though wisteria will grow in partial shade, it probably won't flower. Sun is essential. If your soil is in poor condition, add compost, otherwise wisteria will grow in moist soils. Very good. So then, that's that done. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to give it a little bit of water. And it does say as well that if you keep every couple of days, 2 or 3 days, just lift the covering off, just let some air get in there, and then bang it back on again, and it should be fine. And so what I used last time was this. I don't know if you can see it, I'll just move these out of the way. A big thick glass dome thing that you see on orchids or whatever. And that's basically what I did. It's perfect fit, straight over the top, and I just left it. I didn't even let any air in. And next thing I know, like I said, when I remembered what I'd done, I came and rushed in, had a look, and there they were. So guys, that's planting my wisteria. Once again, I shall keep you updated on these to see how they go, but I think they do germinate pretty quick, these. So looking forward to some results very, very soon. Okay, then next on today's list is the Acer seeds that are sent off for. Now, also known as the Japanese maple, the lovely red-leaved trees that you see. Similar leaf to a sycamore. That's because they are the same family of plant tree. And then we're going to be a bit patient with these. They've been dried out to preserve them and to give them longevity. Is that how it's pronounced? Longevity or longevity? Anyway, you know what I'm on about. So what you've got to do really with these seeds, I mean, they look just like the sycamore tree helicopter seeds, but a little bit smaller. So yeah, they've been dried, and I've had to soak them in this water. So I've done that. They've been in there for about 2 days. Now, from now, I've got to put them through a process that breaks the dormancy period. And unfortunately, it's a long one for these guys. And there's a little code on the packet that came with them, and it said DD34. You won't be able to see it because water's got to it and it's run a bit, but you can take my word for it, it's DD34. That means it's deeply dormant, and the amount of times, the amount of weeks, sorry, that you need to prepare these seeds for to break the dormancy for them to sprout and grow is 34 weeks, DD34. Now to do that now, what I've got to do is put these guys in an airtight bag with some damp soil, which I'm going to be doing, and then basically put them in the fridge for 34 weeks to replicate the dormant period within the seed, to enable it to grow as and when it breaks the dormancy. So then, I'm going to take this water out and get it in this bag with some damp soil and get it in the fridge. So here we go then. I've kind of drained the seeds off. They look like little tadpoles. We used to get frog spawn from down at Pit Pond. But I'm doing that. I'm just put me in a tight bag. I'm trying to get this damp soil in there. Then I'll bang the seeds in. give it a good shake, seal it, and then whack it in the fridge for 34 weeks. Now then, this soil mixture I'm using, I'm just using a bit of multi-purpose with some seed compost as well. It's got best of both worlds here, and there's a little bit of perlite in there as well, just to I don't know, I like perlite. It's alright. And put a few in there. And a few more in. Get off. I'll give it a proper shaking a bit anyway. And I'll put the rest in. So this is another first for me as well. So we're learning together on this one. You can get the seeds easy enough online if you have a look. Just put Japanese maple in, or Acer Japanese maple, and they should pop up on eBay. Yeah, on eBay, if you do a search on eBay. And I'm going to put a little bit more soil in. Just to top it up. Seal it. Try and get all the air out. And also need to give you an update on the monkey puzzle trees that I did, seeds. Well, there's a cartload and they've not done nothing yet, but it did say that it can take up to 8 months for monkey puzzles to germinate, so I'll be keeping an eye on them and I shall let you know as soon as I know. Just let some more air out of that. And seal it. I've got some labels in the house, but I'll just put a little note on. So Acer seeds, and it's 21st of the 3rd 21, and that is now ready for the fridge for 34 weeks. So I'll report back as and when. Okay then, so the last one I'm going to do for you today is the Cordyline Australis, otherwise known as the Cabbage Palm. Basically, if you watch The Simpsons, it'll end up looking like Sideshow Bob. Same kind of thing. They look nice anyway. So then the instructions on this one. It says here, sow March, April, May, June into seed trays or cell trays, germinate at 22 to 25 degrees centigrade, and prick out when large enough to handle into 10 centimetre pots. Can be overwintered in a greenhouse or can be covered in frost protection fleece. No other instructions, so I'm just going to go for it. I've got a seed tray ready here. That's what I'm going to use, and I'm just using seed compost, so it's quite sandy in texture, sandy in consistency, and that should just work a treat, I should imagine. And what I'm going to do then, I'm going to cover it with some plastic, or put it in a polythene bag. So let's have a look at these seeds then. Not as big as the fan palm ones, but having said that, the fan palm that I've got myself, that I bought from the shop, the seeds on that were really small. the fan palm seeds I sent off for, if you remember, they were like coffee beans. I actually planted them earlier on as well. There is a video about planting fan palm seeds that I did last year, if you want to have a look at that. Okay, so I'll get rest later. But very small seeds, and these are actually like the ones that I pulled off my own fan palm. So that's quite encouraging to know. I might have got a different strain of fan palm that I bought from the shop. So then, let's get them in. They're very fine seeds, these, so I'm guessing they won't want much covering. And maybe just press down into them up like you would do petunia or lobelia seeds. But here we go. In for a penny. I might just give it a very, very thin layer on top. Let's get the rest of these out, let's see. Right. Gentle little press on top, just to firm them in a little bit. And I'm going to keep an eye on these because it's the first time I've done these ones as well. And as it says, you know, as soon as they're a size that you can handle safely, not doing any damage, you can transplant them to 10cm pots. They're going to be left in this greenhouse. Now I bought a little tube eater to eat my seedlings up this year, so I'm hoping that's going to do a good job of doing that, especially with these ones. Hopefully it'll set them off. Well, that's the plan anyway. Right, so there we go. That's them in. I'm going to pop it in some polythene, label it up, and I'll keep you updated on this one as well. So that's just about it for today then, guys, but I want to thank you once again for stopping by. It's always encouraging to see people have been watching my videos and that, and obviously one or two comments I get as well. But please let me know how you go with any of these methods that I'm showing you, that this learning process. If you want to give them a try, please do drop me a line and just drop me a message to let me know how you're going on with it all. It'd be nice to know. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more videos like this. Take care, guys, be safe, and I'll see you next time.